Allegiant Stadium. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. 2nd and 9 now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll try the left side. Newton. And he is going to lose yardage here. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Newton. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. He's going to try and go deep again, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And his kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. That's Glover. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver who has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Newton. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, it's Newton. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Newton. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the 1st guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Looking to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Bengals.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you You only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Spencer. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. That'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. But Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. They give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
The extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Newton, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he fires one that's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
First down, Cincinnati.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2nd and 5. Touchdown, Bengals. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Bengals score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He finds his man, complete. That's Knight. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throw left side, complete. That's Knight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they... And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
And he said on 3rd down, that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. One back in the backfield, he'll get the kick. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Raiders have recovered.
So that because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On third down, they're going to run for it here. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process picks up the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. They'll set up to throw. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is now 24. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Wilkins. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 2nd and 6. He finds his man complete. It's Newton. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run on first down. Newton. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
At the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down now. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by Cincinnati.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Davis. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run good for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now back to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Down to the 25. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down.
They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Fourth down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And some room to work. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Now the try here for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Glover. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Newton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Newton. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Number 21.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And it's 3rd down.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He finds his man, complete. It's Knight.
The first down pass. Complete to number 9. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
He'll drop to throw.
At the 7.
He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
The 2nd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Harris now to return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for the Bengals, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.